Welcome to part 1 of a 3-video comparison series on the authentic versus counterfeit Beatles stereo CD box set. For someone who's just getting into the Beatles, or for someone who hesitated to replace an older collection of the original CDs from the 80s, the 2009 stereo box of the Beatles, the original studio recordings, is still one of the best options. Without getting into the merits of mono versus stereo or UK versus US album variations, the stereo box set provides a fan every album, single, and EP track the Beatles commercially released during their tenure with EMI, from their 1962 debut single, Love Me Do, through to Let It Be, the Beatles' final offering released in 1970. Unfortunately, with the popularity of the Beatles comes low-life parasites looking to turn a quick buck by exploiting an enormous fan base through trying to pass off low-priced pirated items as official product. Nearly a dozen years after its initial release, the piracy of the original studio recordings box set continues to be an issue. These fakes are still out there, people, far and wide. Back in 2009, I was not interested in the stereo box set. Instead, I opted for the in mono box set, supplemented with the stereo-only albums not included with that set. I was content with this decision for a long while, but in 2015 I became curious about the monolithic stereo box set I had initially passed on. In the pursuit of a used box set, I became the victim of the widespread counterfeit issue associated with this item. It sucked. For full disclosure, I will make no attempt to mask the bias I feel towards this counterfeit item. It will be extremely clear how negatively I feel about this junk. If you're looking for justification in seeking out this miscreation over the official product, you're on the wrong video. Counterfeiting steals from the artist and presents subpar goods. I'm not about that. While the genuine stereo box set was a gift to Beatles fans, the fake set is a complete sham. I hate it. I was extremely disappointed to get one. I've witnessed the frustration of others who've received one, and I can't stand the idea that potential buyers are still vulnerable to experiencing this letdown at present, over a decade since the Beatles' remastered CDs were officially released. Fortunately, I quickly realized I'd received a phony, and I was able to take steps to get a full refund. I also got to keep the fake box set, which I held on to with the intention of making a video such as this. It was seeing a recent posting of a fake Beatles box set on a popular auction site that rekindled the desire to make this video. A brief search uncovered countless fakes still for sale. Some sellers aren't aware of what they are pushing, while others sell with malicious intent, knowing full well they are peddling poppycock. I hope the information presented will be helpful in preventing more people from the disappointment of receiving a fake box set. Unfortunately, there are many people who may already own this set and not even realize it's a fake. At least you'll now know the truth if you're one of them. There are variations of the counterfeit copies, but once you realize the kinds of things to watch out for, you'll be able to tell the real deal from a fake. Let's get into my particular bootleg box so you know what to look for. Straight away, an indication of a counterfeit box set is the look of the Green Apple logo on the front of the slipcase. Now, we all want to find a deal, and this is one of those features that a buyer might try to dismiss. But when compared side by side with an official box, the difference is unmistakable. Bottom line, if the apple appears too dark and the image has lost some of its depth, start to question the integrity of the product you're looking at. Now let's flip the box over. If you're not already aware of this, listen carefully. An absolute telltale sign of a fake stereo box set is the first thing you have to look for on the back of the slipcase. Once you see it, it cannot be unseen. Notice it? Before the title of the box set, the original studio recordings, there's a minor anomaly. See it? There is a small square floating to the left of the letter T in the word "the." If you're looking for an official 2009 stereo box set of the Beatles, the official studio recordings, and you stare at a small square, leave it there. Fake! Side note, while viewing this box set is the best way to tell a true box set from a fake, let your nose guide you as well if you're examining a stereo box in person. The genuine box has a pleasing scent akin to new car smell. The fake stinks. It smells foul, as if it's been drenched in kerosene or turpentine and sprinkled with aged urine. The cheap ink used in manufacturing the pirated sets reeks.
I mean, they smell bad.
Another indicator of a bootleg box is the shade of green used on some of the printing. Notice how dark that green is? An official box set uses a much lighter green. Keep this in mind. Another feature on the slipcase of the counterfeit box is the printing of the album cover images. Again, the color is just too dark and the clarity is compromised. Specifically look to the White Album. The title, The Beatles, is printed in bold black. On an official box set, The Beatles is gray in color. Further down on the slipcase, there is one other feature to look for. Most of these knockoff box sets were produced in China, with the EU box as the model. That being said, an official EU box set would not include an FBI anti-piracy warning, but a US box set absolutely will include this warning, as well as the capital label. Spotting that FBI warning at the bottom of the slipcase is a good sign that you're dealing with an official product. Without it, US buyers beware. At a quick glance, the reproduction slipcase is pretty well done, so it's easy to see why many people have been duped. However, if you look for the features I've laid out, it will become abundantly clear whether or not you're dealing with a fake. If you're thinking of picking up a new or used Beatles stereo box set, and you notice any of the features I've outlined on the slipcase, do not buy it. It's tempting to snag a bargain, but don't fall for low prices or deals from China.
It's a trap!
Since the original studio recordings was released in 2009, there's always the chance the slipcase has been lost or discarded. The seller may offer only the naked box. Without the slipcase, how will you know what you're getting? No worries, there are plenty more details to look for to see if you're looking at the real deal or not. The pirated box itself was produced nearly identical to the real deal. The dimensions and design are correct, but the appearance and feel are off. As it was in the slipcase, the apple is too dark. The printing is not sharp. In fact, the edges of the letters appear serrated. Overall, the box appears dull. It lacks a certain sheen and quality that is present on the authorized item. There may be magnets on the flap, but the execution is sloppy and unsightly. These ribbons are thinner than the real product, and they often break off. The fragile, skinny ribbons on this fake box set are black, but they also come in red. This is in contrast to the black, half-inch secure ribbon that is present on the official box set. This divider is made from flimsy matte black cardboard. The official box divider is sturdy and appears uniform in color and texture. The cut apple on the back of the box is too dark, and the official website, trademark, and licensing information present on the official box are missing on the counterfeit. The best word to describe the pirated box is cheap. This makes sense as the counterfeiters weren't looking to reproduce quality, they just wanted to bang out as many of these low-cost knockoffs as possible, and that only required an approximation to fool the uninitiated buyer. This is a real shame, as someone who doesn't realize this is a fake might feel that the Beatles didn't care for quality control. Let's quickly review how to spot a fake box set at a glance. If the Apple logo was too dark anywhere on the packaging, you got a counterfeit box set. If you see that little old square at the top left corner of the slipcase next to the word "the," you're looking at garbage. If the shade of green print is dark, you found a fake. If you notice any of these features and buy this box set anyway, you're basic. In the next video, I will cover specific details for the individual albums from Please Please Me through Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I hope you'll join me for a continued warning against falling for apple-bonking bootlegs.